All right, I'm on hole number 6 of the Paradise Islands tournament. I'm in Monday's practice round in the rookie division. I got my little puppy chewing on my foot. So if you hear him in the background, it's him tearing me up. Let's go check out hole number 6. Hole number 6 is Koh Hong Resort. Hole number 3. Hole number 3. Da-da-da-da. Okay, we definitely have an Albie shot here. So hole number 6. Hole number 6, Koh Hong Resort. That is a par 5. You're definitely going to be bringing. What I'd really like to bring here is a super accurate club. But I think like where you land down in this area. So if you're, you can start off up here if you've got a really accurate club. With a rock, I can start at the same place that my extra mile is. It's just about topspin. So I've got like half as much topspin. So I may be able to eke myself out in here, but with an extra mile, you may be able to get yourself farther up. Here's where I want to be. This will be the determining factor on which driver I bring. I want to play with an accurate driver. And so I'm going to start off with an accurate driver to see where it puts me. And where I want to be is with my sniper. I want my red line to be right at the very front. I'm going to leave myself somewhere between a ring and 2 rings of separation between me and the front of that fairway, because that fairway is absolutely flat. So you can push. I'm not going to push the limit any closer than 1 ring, but I would normally be 2 rings off, and I may be as close as a ring. And I want my red line to be in front of that so that I can maneuver it anywhere I want, and I don't have to. If I want it to be 1 ring, I've got enough room on my red line. I want my red line to start right on the other side. That way I'm right at max club. And I think I'm going to do just a normal wind adjustment and not add anything on and work that deal. I'm going to start off with just base numbers before I start making too many adjustments here. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. Got extra clicks now. So Koh Hong Resort, and we're on hole number 3. All right. So I'm going to take 2 bags. I'm going to take a bag with a rock. I think yardage wise, I go rock versus quarterback. Raw distance 13 yards more, and I'm losing 8 topspin. So I think the rock will net me as long as I can move it forward all the way to the red line, so I'm not having to pull it back any. I think the rock will net me more raw yardage than the QB. But if you're all the way against the red line in your QB and you had to move your rock back in order to get to the spot, you may get more out of your QB. And I'm going to bring a sniper. And then with my secondary bag, I'm going to bring an extra mile and a sniper. I'm going to start off with the rock, and I'm going to start off with a Kingmaker. What are these season 20 balls? 5 powers. I think my buddy Kyle bought me some 5 power balls. All right, let's go check out hole number 6. Let's check it out. And this is a pure D layup shot. I mean, the drive is nothing more than a delivery system to get you to wherever you need to be, whatever the distance is out there. I have no idea. But the drive is just the delivery system to bring your ball out to that spot. So we want to make sure that this shot is like as foolproof as possible and puts us right in that spot every time. So none of that getting close to transitional surfaces crap. All right. It's 3-9. And I'm just going to do normal pulls. So that's 4 rings. We probably should be adding some on there because that was so downhill. And I'm going to put some curl to bring it back to the fairway. About a half a tick. Hit it 1 ring great on the left. And just try and walk it down the fairway. There's no way, unless I hit it more than 2 rings great to the left. There's no way I like where I was aiming out up there. I was aiming at the top of the left-hand side of the fairway. But when you put curl on that shot and you put side spin to take it to the right, the curl's bringing it in at an angle when it comes into your first landing site, and then as soon as it gets to that landing site, that side spin takes hold and whips the ball to the right. There's no way that you're going to end up going to the left unless you hit it like good to the left. And you've got the entire right-hand side of the fairway open. So you've opened up the right-hand side so you can hit probably a good 2 rings great to the right and still end up in the fairway. Your only determining factor there is that you'd run out of fairway at the end of your run. And so I got way deep into the hole without doing anything special. So we're at minimum club up here. That might even be better. I'm just going to lead it right to the hole. 3-9. We're at minimum club. It's 1.5. So I'm going to do just a regular ring adjustment. There's 4. Right back to the red line. Isn't it? Did I hit that perfect? Did I catch it? Perfect. We can get a good read on, like, I made a minimum adjustment or a max adjustment at minimum club, and look at how close it is. So this is one of those holes, I think, because I play this hole in one-on-one and I never make any special wind adjustments regardless of where I'm at in my club. But it always seems like I do a full ring adjustment and I get super close here. So it may be one of those holes because of elevation changes, because from where you're at the top of this pad to where you are down at the cup is a huge drop. A huge drop. So a full wind adjustment when you're at minimum club in wood, that to me is that's a 50% wind adjustment. And then on top of that, we may have to add something more going in. So if I hit with max numbers, and I always like to, if I can, try and work the numbers out so that you're at max number, especially when you have a 100% accurate club, because the whole deal is that's 1 per ring. And so 1 per ring is super easy to do the math on. You do your equation and you end up with a raw number, and you just start moving your rings. You don't have to then divide that number by your ring number. So if you're hitting with a 1.2 and you had a 4 win, now you got to divide the 4 by 1.2, and that's going to be 3 rings and 4. So it's going to be 3 rings and a quarter or a third. I'll keep working on that hole. I got to remember how to play these holes. So like the shots coming into them, and this is why we practice on these days, so we can get that done. But going out there with that club combo actually gave me 2 shots. You could, if you were in that combo right there, bring a Guardian and you could go straight at the cup with backspin, or you can hit from the top going down. If you bring a Katana, you'd probably still have enough room to do both shots, but you'd be more towards your mid at the top, and you'd be definitely right at max at the bottom. So I think I'm going to stick with that ball club combo and work that shot, because it gives me that minimum club shot up at the top. All right, that was hole number 6 of the Paradise Islands. I think I got some stuff worked out on that hole, so I know how I'm going to play it for the rest of the week. And that's the whole goal of today. All right, thanks for watching.